Hey, welcome back, everybody. Sign here again with another Additional Creatures Paranoia video, and today is the Puerto Rican Chubacabra. Now, this little guy, you're going to find him in basically jungle areas, right? Island, you're going to find it in the jungle, extinction, sunken forest, and on aberration, you'll find it in the fertile chamber. Now, these are they're extremely rare. Now, there's a couple of interesting things about this. For one, it constantly, like, trills at you. Trills, whistles, what do you want to call that? They're probably the earliest creature you can tame and ride in Paranoia. For one, they don't actually require a saddle. Now, granted, you can put a regular raptor saddle on them and ride them around that way, but they're pretty quick. Their real strength, though, is the jump. Overshot. Okay. So, I mean, they're not terrible at swimming. They're not great, but the jump is where it's at, right? They can cover a lot of ground real fast. Um, they can. They're actually really good for caves because of that and one other feature, which you notice if you look at it here, let's pick up. And it's a shoulder pet you can ride, right? So you can either ride it by using the radial menu, or you can pick it up on your shoulder. Now, if you have a shoulder pet, it'll just say ride when you hop up on this thing. It won't go right into the, it won't try to pick it up if your shoulder's already occupied. And I keep forgetting that radial menu. Here we go. Now, combat, right? These guys they're not really slouches, right? In combat. They inflict the Chupacabra bleed whenever they attack. And that's just your standard regular bleed, but without the slow attack or slowing ability onto there. Now, whenever they make something bleed, they gain a regen effect. Come on. Oh man. It's the battle of the regen effects right now. Because the Andrewsarchus is regenerating because it just ate the trike corpse. There we go. But yeah, we'll just take a bunch of this out. So they don't do heaps of damage, but they do pretty good for themselves, really. Not real high on the health, but I mean, I was just in combat with that Andrewsarchus, and it couldn't hurt me, really. I was regenerating just as fast as it was dealing damage. So the regen on these things is excellent whenever that happens. Yeah, it's called the Vampiric Hunter buff. Increases damage and defense of the Chupacabra by 15%. Plus, the quick regen. Also, these things do have a gang boost ability, so if you can get a bunch of these together, then you're really going to have fun. Gang boost will max out at +8 in a group of 9 or more Chupacabra. And it could be fun, actually, if you're taking a group of people into caves, because you could each have one on your shoulder and be riding one. And if there's 3 of you, well, that's 6 Chupacabra that are under direct control, and you don't have to worry about them jumping off a cliff or whatever. For their attacks, though, they have the left click, right, which is just to claw attack. And then they have a little, like, raptor call thing they do with right click, and that's it. They don't have anything on C, X, control, anything, right? Their main thing, dude, you got messed up, is the mobility, right? They are actually extremely fast on the ground, and their speed levels up rather nicely as well. It's like, oh, it's only like, what, 1 point per level? Yeah. But they're also immune to fall damage, which makes them really good on aberration. It's a shame they're not immune to radiation. But yeah, you can cover any type of terrain relatively quick with these guys. And especially early game, whenever you need to get, be able to run away from things, these things are excellent. And like all the other paranoia creatures, while you're riding them, you can shoot from the back. But that's pretty much it for this thing. To tame it, you are going to need the primal blood packs like you do with the hero chupacabra. Actually, no, not that. Blood. There we go. The carnal blood packs here. And you get those level 15. This guy's little saddle comes available at level 18, which is it's the typical raptor saddle. So, I mean, odds are you're going to probably be learning it anyway. But yeah, no, these little guys, they're definitely worth it. Just good luck trying to find them. You can easily sink like an hour or two into trying to find one in the jungle, even with like a dino scanner or whatnot. They're hard to see because, well, between size and coloration in the shadowy jungle, yeah, they blend in rather well. Usually you're going to find them when they come up to take a chunk out of you. But they are pretty much just a standard knockout tame. And even a high level one, they're not going to take 5 or 6 blood packs, really. They tame up extremely quickly, which is nice. Hey. But that about covers it, actually, for this thing. But thank you for coming out. I hope you enjoyed this video, and until the next one, signing out. Have fun.